Devin, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? DIGGS.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon DIGGS.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I could date my sister, DIGGS. 100%.
I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefon DIGGS.
Just think that they could anything, but when I start talking to niggas, you want to play those games with me? We're gonna play them games too. It's no fun when mama got the. It's no fun when I'm slanging, right?
Rivah TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. Now listen, okay, I know you guys have been in my DM, y'all been in my YouTube comments, y'all been in my TikTok comments trying to get my take on this Cardi B situation. And I know you guys didn't think that I was just gonna let this come and we weren't gonna have a conversation about it. Like that would have never been a thing. The only thing is your girl just been really busy, and I also wanted to be 100,000% sure that this was actually a reality and not some kind of promo marketing strategy. Okay, and as we can see based on this picture on the screen, we know that it's the truth. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this entire situation. If you guys are unaware of any of the situation, let me go ahead and quickly bring you up to speed. Rapper Cardi B was married to rapper Offset. The two of them have a total of 3 children together. 2 of the children were conceived even through the ebbs and flows of a tumultuous relationship of, Offset allegedly continuously cheating on Cardi B. Even so much so that when she got pregnant with her 3rd baby and, obviously prior to her giving birth, she was already to have been rumored with dealing with Stefon DIGGS. And how we know about this situation is because based off of some kind of Twitter conversation that was happening with Offset, in which he brought all this information to Twitter, we have seen constant crash outs from Cardi B in regards to Offset, her crying, snot nose, all the above, screaming on her spaces, telling her fans of all the things that she's gone through.
And now you're trying to push this narrative. Stop playing with me. Before I really go there, you keep pissing me off. I told you to shut the up and leave me the alone. And yes, I apologize to you about posting those text messages. But no, you want to keep it, you want to take it there. I will violate right now.
As well as her talking about her, regret of the situation and saying that she doesn't regret her kids, but she does, regret her relationship with Offset.
Thank you for my kids, though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, Daddy. You all right. I don't regret them. None of them. Not none of them. But you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I've always been too good for you.
So it's been a whole thing. The last update that I had covered in regards to Cardi B and Offset was, again, that situation in which, it was talked about, like I said before, that the last baby that she was pregnant with, she was already, allegedly sleeping with this man, Stefon DIGGS, who she's in a relationship with now. And, it goes beyond, it just gets to a point, right, where it's like, we don't expect any other level of, distasteful behavior, stuff like that. I just felt like what she did the last time, there's nothing that would necessarily top that situation, right? Like if she's willing to be pregnant and already be intimate with somebody else, I don't think we should be having a conversation of her then getting pregnant. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it is like this whole kind of thing. What I do want to talk about is the fact that, obviously, her and Offset are no longer together. She filed for divorce a year ago. And she stated recently that the only reason why they're not officially divorced is because they are still going through some kind of litigation.
The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties.
Now, obviously, in conversations, we always talk about, keeping the family together for the betterment of the children. And, when the 2 of you decide that you're going to be married and you sign up for that, you should take your vows seriously. I'm not going to sit up here and say that she should have stayed with Offset. Okay? And I'm going to tell you the reason why. He cheated, multiple times, and she maintained the relationship, right? Obviously, cheating was not the final deal breaker for Cardi B in that situation because it happened multiple times, and throughout all those ebbs and flows, she continuously kept having children with him. Okay? So obviously, it couldn't have been that bad. Just keeping it real.
Because I was tired of that relationship. It's more than just cheating. That's the thing that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know half of the shit. Y'all don't know most of the shit. It's more than just cheating. It was a lot. I couldn't take it no more. I had to go to a hospital because I couldn't take it no more.
But the situation that is understandable that this made no sense and was going to create a continuous toxic cycle moving forward was the fact that Cardi B got into some kind of altercation allegedly with one of the girls that Offset was messing with. Okay? And that altercation, conflict, whatever the situation was, led to Cardi B going to court for that situation. After Cardi B was in court for that situation of allegedly getting into an altercation with her or having her jumped, I don't remember all the final details of that situation. But based off of that situation, that was like, she was getting into it with one of the girls. The girls, go to the court system, whatever it is. After that situation finalized, Offset then went back out and dealt with that same girl again.
World ops. I'm a ops. That's why ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street nigga. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm a ops. Good, boo hoo. I don't give a. You can ops. You my friends, nigga. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And you've acknowledged that to me.
Yeah, I fucked up. Nah, I mean, just being real.
That's trifling. Okay, it's already a tumultuous, toxic situation, but that is indeed trifling. Because now, the mother of your children, your ex-wife, could possibly be incarcerated for her actions, but also based off of, somebody that you have decided to bring into the scenario. That means your children could have no mama present based off of these, allegations that were circulating situations. So it just gets to a point. Okay, he wanted out of the situation. She wanted out of the situation, whatever the case is. What gets me is the same exact situation why parents, fathers, mothers, even some of her peers have a problem with what it is that Cardi B stands for is the perpetuation of things that are going to then affect the community. Okay, just like, I don't cook, I don't clean.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this red.
Whole time Offset was like, oh, why you lying in your music? Because look at you in here cleaning.
You need to stop lying on your songs, man. She be lying, she clean. She got to clean.
I'm gonna punch you in your head.
Lying to you folk, somebody you don't clean.
Like the same perpetuation of, all you got to do is be here, stand still, and all these things are going to come to you, and who cares about men, and, all of this kind of push again, for these women to live a certain lifestyle. And now it's gone to using this situation of you being upset with your ex and creating a baby out of that situation. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. I don't have no inside link, give me no scoop. But in my personal opinion, it would behoove me to believe that Cardi B got into this situation and made sure that Stefon DIGGS was now going to be her baby daddy off of the comment that Offset made last year sometime, when he said, "You my baby mama, I won." This was, during some kind of a verbal, battle that they were having over on social media. And he used that as a primary source to, hit her where it hurts or get back at her. Cardi B then said, okay, I'm his baby mama too.
I'm having a baby with My boyfriend, Stefon DIGGS. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space.
There's so many things. Yes, you're an adult. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? Whatever you want to do. Yes, there are consequences for your actions, but you were able to make those decisions and do whatever it is that you want to do. Right? Should you do whatever you want to do is the next conversation. The fact that she jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Okay? Everybody has recalled that video of, all of Stefon Diggs' teammates when they were asked, who would you not want your sister to date? And everybody said his name.
Devin, what guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell? Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon DIGGS.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I should date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
You went from being in a relationship with a man who was obviously, careless, got into multiple situations, stepped out of the relationship, cheated on you, all these things, and then got into a situation where you are now with a perpetual baby mama creator. Cardi B will be the third that we know of, okay? The third baby mama this year giving birth to one of Stefon Diggs' children. Let me repeat that. Okay? None of his children in this year will be walking, talking, or any of the above before Cardi B gives birth.
Stefon Diggs is shaking, and according to reports, Cardi B's baby is going to be the third child that he's had in 2025. I did not break down the baby mamas. Might as well break it down because you guys were asking me about it. There's a lot to this story. Don't shoot the messenger, but let's talk about it. So there's two other baby mamas that got pregnant this year outside of Cardi B. One is a beautiful young lady named K. Benji. These photos were released of her pregnancy September 9th, but they're saying that she had her baby about 3 months ago. So they're saying one baby was born in April, one baby was born in June, and then Cardi B is due in December.
That is back-to-back delivery. That says a lot about him, okay? A lot about, who he is, a lot about how he values his own seed. And yes, you're getting over your situation, but you're stepping into the situation to now be one of the women, not the only. You're now stepping into a new situation to be one of the women. There was no time to heal. No time to heal even from the last baby, okay? No shade, no disrespect, just keeping it real. No time to even let your body heal from the last baby. Let alone the last relationship. Now him and you are creating a seed with one another, and y'all don't even know each other. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all know y'all might, like what you see. You guys might have some kind of chemistry or attraction, but do you guys actually actively know each other? No, you don't. And what's getting me is all of these women, lost causes, in my opinion, supporting this situation as if it is not a harmful situation to be in.
Hear me out. You are a woman, young woman, mid-20s, early 30s. You get married. You're successful. You have children with your husband. You found out that your husband has cheated on you multiple times. You stay with him because you want to save your marriage. You have more children with him, right? You found out he cheats on you again. You stay in that relationship because you want your children to grow up in a two-parent household, right? This is what's going on. Eventually, your husband does not stop cheating, does not stop disrespecting you. So you say, you know what? I'm going to divorce him. You gave it a fighting chance, okay? And then you move on. And you find another man who you like or you love, and that's also a successful man, and you are in a committed relationship with him, and then you have a baby with him. And you're criticized for it.
All of the women who have this type of mentality and think this way if he could do it, why can't I do it? If he could do it, I could do it too. And I've said it before in regards to Cardi B, and I have to say it a million times more. There is no get back. You cannot out a man by trying to operate as a man does when you are a woman.
Thank you.
Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stefon Diggs?
Stop disrespecting me.
Just because you have the resources that are able to be there and take care of your children, Okay, she has a surplus of income that can take care of 20 more kids if she wanted to. Does not mean that there's not going to be some kind of effects towards the children. How are you going to explain to your child that its siblings are only a couple months spaced in between? How are you going to explain to your child that how come they all have, this dad and they all go with him, and how come I can't go? It creates a disconnect. It does. And it's vastly different. It's vastly different if, you have a break, y'all broke up, whatever the case is, you focusing on you doing you guys break up, you go and get into another relationship, years down the line, this is somebody that you marry, the two of you create a family structure in the home, and then, you're raising children together. That's a whole different dynamic. That's like similar to the Sierra situation. Okay? She was with him, with Future, didn't work out, took some time, took a break, got with somebody, and that's been her constant.
I fear that we might be losing the plot a little bit. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for moving on, finding a new boo, a new love, trying to find happiness and peace, whoop-de-woo, la 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 la. But I fear we might be losing the plot. Like, a baby, sister? A baby, isn't that crazy? We got to stop jumping out the window head first. Why do y'all make it seem as soon as y'all even love somebody, y'all have to have his baby? You barely know the man. You barely know the man. You barely know him.
It's just, what's getting me is like I said, what it's telling younger women or other women out there who don't have the same resources. What is it showing them? Oh yeah, he did me wrong, and look, I'm having a baby with somebody else. Who was that hurting? That's not hurting Offset. Offset can go impregnate 20 women right now if he wanted to. That's not hurting him. The only thing it's showing is that, a lot of these women have this idea of them trying to exude like, oh, the grass is green on the other side. We don't see it. I don't know if you see green grass, okay? But we are seeing a dirt road. Ain't no water over there. It ain't even no fertilizer. That's what we see. As happy as you might seem for now, that is not reality. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that is a facade because you have just happily moved on from somebody else. But in my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm just telling you my opinion and how I feel and how I think. It would be hard to believe that you would be Stefon Diggs' last stop. Even the interactions between them don't seem normal.
Oh my God. Ooh. My stomach hurt, my vagina hurt. Look. Ah! Ah!
Nothing about their interactions with one another seems comfortable. It doesn't. A lot of women try to skip the process. And again, I'm saying, you guys are going through divorce. I'm not even saying anything about the fact that they are legally separated, going through the divorce, and she's still legally married and is, they're both separate doing their own things. I'm not even talking about that. But the point of the matter of bringing a child into the world and getting pregnant and trying to, use this as a part of get back is wild. It is. But like I said, if we go off of the last conversation that we had about this situation in regards to her, being pregnant at the time, I'm not 100% sure if she knew at the time or did not know, whatever the case. But the fact that she was pregnant for Offset and was already being intimate with somebody else during her pregnancy. I mean, what more? What more can we even, what should we even also talk about? There's not much to talk about after that point. This is not a situation that, somebody who portrayed themselves some way and it's a shock. But it is just a conversation of, again, what it's showing other young women.
The niggas think that they could anything. But when I start talking to niggas, you want to play those games with me? We're going to play them games too. It's no fun when mama got the... It's no fun when I'm slanging, right?
Other young ladies who are seeing the way that you are maneuvering and seeing the way that you are doing things and thinking like, I'm about to do that too because he be trying me. I'm about to go find somebody and go have a baby by them. There's also heartbreak in that story. There's also, harsh realities in that conversation. It's also you who's going to be left with the responsibilities. So don't be watching what Cardi be doing and y'all seeing that and talking about, oh, y'all just mad, y'all haters and stuff like that. And you go replicate the same thing and then start crying when you don't have the resources to help you or figure things out with all these kids that you're left with that you're collecting like as if they're trophy rings. Let's not do it. This is just my opinion. Okay, I know a lot of people love Cardi B because she's very down to earth and, that she feels very relatable. And even though she is, a celebrity and doing all these other things that she is, still has a human thing or whatever the case is. And all that is, that's up to whoever is supportive of and likes and appreciates and maybe appreciates her music and all those things. But we're talking about holding women accountable in all aspects and also in ways that it's going to affect other women. When you are in the limelight, you are an influencer, whether you want to or not. If you decide to sign up and be in the limelight, you are signing up to be an influencer. And so we have to talk about how this level of influence is going to affect other women and be real about it. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.
Rivah TV.